What you are about to hear comes directly from official records. These are real documents, declassified files, and incident reports filed by law enforcement, military personnel, federal agencies, and trained observers. Each case details an unexplained event that was formally documented and investigated. No speculation. No conclusions beyond what was officially recorded. These are the mysteries that remain unresolved. Case 1, U.S. Air Force Radar Visual Event, Wyoming, 1977. In September of 1977, personnel at a United States Air Force radar installation in Wyoming documented an unusual aerial event during routine overnight operations. According to the incident report, radar operators detected an unidentified object entering monitored airspace at high altitude. The object appeared suddenly, without gradual approach, and was immediately flagged due to its speed and trajectory. Operators noted that the object did not follow conventional flight paths. Instead, it moved in sharp angular turns, abruptly stopping and changing direction. These movements were inconsistent with known aircraft, weather balloons, or atmospheric phenomena. Multiple radar systems confirmed the contact simultaneously, ruling out equipment malfunction. Operators attempted to identify the object using standard recognition protocols, but no corresponding transponder signal was detected. Visual confirmation was later reported by base personnel stationed outdoors. Witnesses described a bright, white object in the sky, appearing solid and well-defined rather than diffused like a star or aircraft light. One written statement included in the file notes that the object appeared to pulse slightly before accelerating upward at high speed. Within seconds, it disappeared from view entirely. Radar contact was lost at the same moment visual sighting ended. A review of air traffic logs showed no civilian or military aircraft operating in the area at that time. Weather conditions were clear, and atmospheric interference was ruled out. No sonic boom or sound was reported. The final report concluded that the object could not be identified using available data. The event was formally recorded as an unidentified aerial observation. No further explanation was added to the file. File folder Case 2, Sheriff and Wildlife Report, Unknown Creature, Oregon, 1984. In the summer of 1984, a county sheriff's office in rural Oregon received multiple reports of a large, unidentified creature observed near wooded land and farmland. Deputies were dispatched following repeated calls from residents who described a tall, dark figure moving upright near tree lines during early morning hours. According to witness statements, the figure appeared significantly taller than an average person and moved with long, deliberate strides. Several witnesses stated the figure did not appear to be wearing clothing and was covered in dark hair or fur. Law enforcement documented the reports and conducted an on-site investigation. Deputies located a series of large footprints near a creek bed. Measurements recorded the prints at approximately 18 inches in length. Wildlife officials were contacted to assist. They examined the prints and surrounding environment. According to their notes, the tracks did not match known animals native to the region. Broken branches were documented at heights exceeding 7 feet, suggesting a tall presence moving through the area. No claw marks or drag signs were found. Deputies conducted night patrols over the following week. No further sightings were recorded during that period. The incident report classified the event as an unidentified animal encounter. No definitive explanation was reached, and the case was closed. The records remain archived. File folder Case 3, FBI File, Unexplained Lights and Disturbances, New Jersey, 1961. In 1961, the Federal Bureau of Investigation opened a file following repeated reports of unexplained lights and disturbances in a residential area of New Jersey. Residents contacted local authorities reporting bright lights appearing above their homes during nighttime hours. Witnesses described the lights as hovering silently and changing color. According to FBI correspondence, multiple residents independently reported the same observations over several weeks. Local police conducted patrols but were unable to observe the lights firsthand. Electrical systems and nearby infrastructure were inspected, and no abnormalities were found. One FBI memo documents interviews with witnesses who described feeling vibrations or hearing low humming sounds during sightings. No physical damage or injuries were reported. Investigators considered aircraft activity, weather phenomena, and hoaxes. None adequately explained the consistency of the reports. The file contains diagrams drawn by witnesses depicting the shape and movement of the lights. Several drawings showed circular or oval shapes. After several weeks, the reports stopped. The FBI closed the case with the classification, unexplained. No further documentation clarifies the origin of the phenomenon. File folder Case 4, U.S. Navy submarine log, underwater contact, Pacific Ocean, 1965. In 1965, a U.S. Navy submarine operating in the Pacific Ocean recorded an unusual underwater contact during a classified training exercise. According to declassified portions of the ship's log, sonar operators detected a fast-moving object traveling beneath the submarine at significant depth. The object moved at speeds exceeding known submarine capabilities of the time. Sonar readings showed no cavitation noise typically associated with propulsion systems. The contact maintained a parallel course with the submarine for several minutes before abruptly changing direction and descending rapidly. Sonar contact was lost shortly afterward. The crew conducted system diagnostics to rule out malfunction. All equipment was found to be operating normally. The log entry concludes with a brief note stating the object could not be identified and did not correspond with known vessels or marine life. No further explanation appears in the available records. File folder Case 5, National Park Service File, Strange Disappearance, California, 1996. In 1996, National Park Service rangers documented the disappearance of a solo hiker under unusual circumstances in a California national park. According to the report, the individual was last seen entering a well-marked trail during daylight hours. Weather conditions were clear. When the hiker failed to return, search teams were deployed. Several days later, the individual's backpack was found resting upright near a remote section of the park. The backpack showed no signs of damage or weather exposure. Food, water, and personal items remained inside. Rangers documented disturbed soil and broken vegetation in the area but found no tracks leading away. Search efforts continued for weeks. No remains or further evidence were discovered. The final report states the disappearance could not be explained using known scenarios. The case remains open. These 5 cases were documented by law enforcement, federal agencies, and military personnel. Each one remains unexplained. They are preserved in official records, unchanged and unresolved. If you want more documented mysteries like these, consider subscribing.